Hello guys, and welcome to my review on the Elder Scrolls Online. I am Khajiit. Would you like to buy some skooma? I have the best kind.
Alright guys, well that is my Khajiit voice, and so Elder Scrolls Online is an MMO, and this is actually my review on the PlayStation 4 edition of it. So I don't know what's going on in Xbox, if they're having any connection issues or anything like that, because they're on a different... it's not cross-platform. We are all to ourselves. Everybody here is on PlayStation, and we're kind of separated. So, you know, that could be good and bad things. I'm assuming that Xbox, the reason that we are different is because Xbox didn't want to be with PlayStation or PC, because that's happened before. Because if you look at Final Fantasy, you can play with people on PC and PS3. So, that's Xbox is a reason why I assume that's not cross-platform. But anyway, let's not get into that topic. The topic that we're going to talk about is whether you should buy this game or not, and my opinions on it. So let's get this straight. If you're expecting Skyrim, then this game is not for you. Like, this is a mix of Skyrim and an MMO, so it's not really exactly Skyrim. Like, it's not to the point where, you know, you're Dragonborn or anything like that. You're an important character, but, you know, there are other important people here with you. And differences you make in different towns, kind of like, people treat you differently. So, I mean, you're here, but then again, you're not actually here. I mean, you're in your own world. So, sometimes in, like, important instances, they put you in your own little world and do it. So, like, right here, it says, I defeated the High King Lady Estri, the Veil Queen, and you can actually make different choices in this game. So it's kind of like Skyrim in that respect, but you don't have free reign of control. Like, if you kill that dude right there, I'm pretty sure he's gonna respawn. He's not gonna stay dead. So, because, you know, then it would kind of get rid of the point for other people. So my review on this game is, I personally like it. It's pretty fun. There are some points where I'm like, dang, you know, I don't like it, because, like, this is a server with a maximum of 10,000 people. 1 to 10,000 people is the area of the server. So if there's more than 10,000 people, you have to actually wait. There are some times when I had to wait pretty long, especially near the release date, and it was pretty frustrating. Sometimes I get kicked out just because random stuff. Like, if I'm teleporting, the loading screen will be pretty long. Oh, and if you just saw that guy right there, he got kicked down the stairs because there was actually a dude right there for him, and I don't see him because I already completed this mission a long time ago. So they kind of separate people depending on, you know, what they've did. So if I'm in a town and, like, it's being under attack and I already saved it, then unless I'm in a party with that person, I won't see what's going on. I don't even know if I would see that person. I mean, maybe, but I think they kind of separate you a little bit. Anyway. So, yeah, I pretty much, I like this game. The graphics in it are pretty good. I mean, at first, when I first jumped into it, I saw their faces, and I'm like, what the hell is this? The graphics in this game are very vibrant, as you can see. You can actually, like, trade with other people. Let me go and find a person. So if you do this, you can add them as a friend. This is like a little menu. You can add them to a group, which is like a party. You can view their profiles, so you can go and, you know, see what they are, you know, over there. This is Cloud Strife. So obviously he played Final Fantasy, or likes it. You can invite him to a trade. You can report him if he's hacking or whatnot. If you invite him to a trade, you can go and trade different goods. However, if you alter them, like I dyed my clothing, because I actually have a dyeing station, I dyed it black, because Aldmeri Seas Guild for the win, yeah. You'll actually get into that. You can dye your clothes, but then you can't trade them. But we're not going to talk about all that trading stuff here. There are different videos for that. This is just my overall view. So you can actually be up to into 5 guilds at the most. Guilds can actually hire merchants, and merchants are actually placed in the city. So when you hire a merchant, you actually don't hire them. Like, you bet on them, and whoever has the highest bid on it, they actually get the little stall. And it's outside of cities and stuff like that too. So it's pretty cool. It's actually there. So you'll see your guild name, and everybody that's walking into the city will see it there too. That guy's being attacked by a guard, so if you go and steal something, then usually they'll just come up and say pay the bounty. If you don't pay the bounty, they're gonna go and just kill you and then take your money. If you don't have any money, like in the very beginning, I thought this guy was being attacked by another player, but it turns out it was actually a guard, so I attacked the guard, and I'm like, oh shit. Then I was wanted for a bounty, and I kept on running away because I couldn't pay the bounty because I had no money and I didn't do any quests. But I noticed another thing about this game is music is actually really good. The music in this game is really good, and it really fits the atmosphere. I remember walking over a bridge to the Skywatch, and they had pretty awesome music playing. Like, I believe it's the same one playing now. And I was walking over the bridge, and it was like, it felt really good, you know, just walking over the bridge, seeing all the colorful colors. They also have a lot of bards around the area, and they sing songs like Red Diamond. They sing other songs as well, and it's pretty interesting. So we'll get into that, the emotions, later. Well, actually, we'll get into it now. So here they have a ton of different emotions. You can go in quick chat, ceremonial. You can see all the emotions here. You can actually play the lute and stuff, and you see it in first person. I'll go and get into that into a second. So here are all the different emotions that you can do. So we'll play the lute here. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. But here we're in first person mode, and we're actually plucking the strings. I'm not actually doing anything, but it's pretty cool how they have emotions in first person mode. A lot of games don't really do that. So mostly this game kind of feels like a single player game with other people.
To become part of legend, I can't imagine.
Like that person right there, I did something and I saved a ton of people. So she's like, "You're a legend. I can't imagine it." Blah blah blah. And so that's pretty cool. People remember what you do, and they talk about it that way. Game chat in this game. There is a local game chat. They have different. Let's go here. Voice chat. So you can voice chat in the area. We can voice chat in a group. You can voice chat in different guilds, and they actually have different voice chats in the guild. So one, this is for people that are high rank or people that you want to put in your special little voice chat group. This is where everybody can voice chat if you give them permission to. And I don't know what the maximum amount of people in a voice chat could be, but as you can see, there are a lot of people in this voice chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 people in this voice chat, which that's actually pretty big, because I remember a party can only hold 8 people. So if you want to go and just talk to people on a huge chat, then you could go and talk to people in here. Guilds can hold up to 500 people, and in this game they don't have a market board system. They have a guild trading system. I want to get to the teleports so I can show you guys some other places in the world. And from the very start of the game, you could travel pretty much the entire map. There's actually one point to get to here you have to take a boat, but I don't think you need to actually have it be a certain level in order to take that boat. But I'm pretty sure you could try to swim as well, because I noticed that you can actually walk across areas. You don't have to like actually take a boat or anything there. And let me just say, this map is huge. This is Tamriel alone, but then there's also another place, Cold Harbor. So Tamriel consists of a lot of different places, and there are 3 main factions: the Daggerfall Covenant, the Ebonheart Pact, and the Aldmeri Dominion. So Aldmeri Dominion for the Queen. Yeah, make sure you join this if you guys want to go and play with me on PlayStation 4. However, if you do want to go to Skyrim, you have to be part of the Ebonheart Pact, because Skyrim is up in this area, because I remember Riften is here. Yeah, this is the Skyrim area. Cyrodiil, and this is actually the PvP area of it. So, I mean, I guess you could technically go to Skyrim. I believe this snowy area is Skyrim. So you can't actually, I don't think you can walk through the enemy's area and go into their main area here, because this is the PvP. Here, there is no PvP. Here, no PvP. No PvP outside of the Cyrodiil. And speaking of Cyrodiil, there are campaigns. So when you reach level 10, you can go and enter the campaign, and when you enter it, it basically boosts up your stamina, your health, and everything, and makes it so you can actually have a fighting chance against other people. Because, you know, there could be unfairness between levels and everything. And if you see an emperor in this game, you're going to want to run or be with a group of people that can actually take him down. A group of people meaning, like, you need 50 people to take down an emperor. Because emperors are pretty strong. I think the guy that we faced one time was a vampire emperor. And to become an emperor, you have to go and capture the Elder Scroll, which is pretty much capture the flag. And their goal is to go and, you know, take it over the entire map. It's kind of like Planetside 2 in ways. And so campaigns consist of different servers that are, because, you know, they don't want the game to lag or overfill. So they have different servers to go and separate it so it doesn't get overfilled. And I am in Thornblade, and it's 30-day standard. However, you can, if your friend is in another one, you can still join them, but you can join as a guest. So I don't think you get certain stuff like you would in your personal home one. Alright, so here we are being caught by a guard. We can either go and pay the gold, or we can go and flee. I'm just going to go and pay the gold because I don't want to have any trouble and having to run away. Because guards in this game are really tough. They are very OP and they kind of keep order, I guess you can say. Oh, and you can buy mounts in the game. So they actually have the crown shop, which you pay real money in order to go and unlock different stuff. Like you can buy horses and all that. Usually you can't, I don't think you can buy armor. However, you can buy costumes, which costumes are pretty much for look. So it doesn't give you advantage over the other player. The only thing that I think would give you the most advantage would be mounts, because you can travel, and mounts in this game are a lot of money. They are around like 47k. The cheapest one is actually 10k, but the other ones are like 47.5k and above. So alright, and this is like the main area, the spawn area. It's pretty much like a green area. Green shade, actually, Gratwood. This is a giant forest tree area, so it's kind of like Grindania from Final Fantasy. Green shade, I believe this is another tree area. This is more of a desert-like area. No, actually, no, this is more, Reaper's March is more like a desert-like area. And then this is kind of still a little bit foresty. I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it. But this is basically a desert area. Anyway. I want to see if I can show you guys the Oblivion-like portal. So there are rings that come from the sky, and they let down a ton of enemies. So like it's basically horde mode, and they let down enemies, and once you kill them all, you go and get a little reward and a treasure chest. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of like Fates in Final Fantasy. I'm comparing it a lot. I don't know why. Okay, here's an enemy. It's pretty low level. As you can see, this is my skills. Let's go and actually go and look at the skills here. We have Assassination, Shadow. I picked a roguelike character, and so these are my special skills, and a lot of these are just other ones. You can see what I have upgraded. This is like pickpocketing and all that stuff, locksmithing and all that. So here are like the crafting ones. So alchemy, blacksmithing, clothier, enchanting, provision, which is like food, and then woodworking, which is for like bows and staffs and stuff like that, and wood-based items. So here's an enemy. We're just gonna go and use this attack on him. Go in. He's a level 5. I'm a level 20, so it was pretty easy. So we're gonna go and do a little bit more combat here. You can go and block. Blocking is pretty important in this game. Like when he does a high attack like that one, you're gonna want to block. He gets stunned, and then you do a heavy attack and you knock him on the ground. There you go. Alright, so those people are dead, and that is a little bit of combat in this game. I mean, this is a low level area, so I can just go and pretty much wipe them all out. But that is the terms of combat in the game. So it's a little bit different than a lot of your usual MMOs, but my final verdict of the game is it is good on PlayStation 4 and probably Xbox One. However, if this was still on PC, I wouldn't have bought it because it costs money to play on PC like every month, and then I personally think there are better games on PC that you could probably play, but this is a fresh taste, and I think it is pretty good on PlayStation 4. I think, in my opinion, it might be better than Final Fantasy, and I know that's a big remark, but in my opinion, it is kind of a fresh air. Because I remember Final Fantasy, I would always just go and skip the questing, like what they were talking about, because I really didn't care. They talked in big words, and you know, I just came home from school and I didn't really want to read anything. I just wanted to go and get into the game. But in this game, they actually voice act every quest that you do. Even side people, they talk, and you talk to this merchant here, she's gonna talk to me. Look at this, right?
Always
or he. PlayStation 4, I like this game. I give it a green. I would probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. I mean, it's pretty high, but that's my opinion on it. There are still some flaws with it, like loading screens. Usually 8 o'clock is when everybody gets on, and that's when it starts to lag, like loading screens and all that. Because not only are there summer kids playing the game, but there are also people getting home from work playing this game as well. So I mean, that might not be for the future, but for now that's still the issue, and sometimes I have friends that experience different issues. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this, go ahead and kick that like button. Also, if you're new, don't forget to go and subscribe to join the Alliance today. Thank you guys for watching, and Prodigy X117 is out.